the way that I was raised, I have a lot to thank my parents for, and also in turn, what Men of Iron teaches is the way that my dad lives our family's lives. So I think that that's huge.
Welcome back to the Men of Iron podcast. We are in our generosity series. Before we get started this week, we want to thank this month's sponsor, Backgate Prayers. Have you thought about something super special and personal for your wife for Mother's Day? Backgate Prayers has a unique, one-of-a-kind gift for the love of your life. Here's how it works. Send them a favorite picture of your kiddos along with their names, and they will create a set of beautiful, personalized prayer cards made especially for you and your wife to pray over and for your children. Allow Backgate Prayers to come alongside your journey of praying for your children. It could be the best Mother's Day gift she will ever receive. These cards are a great reminder to pray for your kids. Your wife will love it. The deadline for ordering for Mother's Day delivery is April 30th. Use the coupon code Men of Iron for a 10% discount. Visit Backgate Prayers at backgateprayers.com. Men, if you desire brotherhood and accountability, we have an online small group for you. Hit the link below. We have some new groups launching this month, so get connected with the guys across the country as you sharpen each other and grow in your faith. Well, I'm very excited for our special guest this week. We have Maddie Barbush. She's going to just walk us through how she became an investor with Men of Iron and her experience with Men of Iron. Really excited to hear her story and kind of talk through her journey with generosity. Maddie, can you just tell us a little bit about yourselves? It's awesome to have you here on the podcast.
Yeah, of course. So I am a Mannheim native, born and raised here, and I just graduated college this past May. I went to East Stroudsburg University, where I was a business major, and I was on the field hockey team there. Go Warriors. And I came back home, and now I started my job here at Supply, where I am the director of culture and community, kind of oversee the building, our tenants, our members. Fun fact, Men of Iron was our very first tenant and have been here from the very beginning. So thank you guys for being a part of Supply.
Yeah. It's been a great experience being here in the building. Who are like the ideal tenants for Supply?
Oh yeah, we love collaborators, champions of the marketplace, entrepreneurs, nonprofits. We love people who really value people. And we just love the marketplace. Supply does a lot of different things, from photography to events to members, but Heather and I really feel like the heartbeat of Supply is the marketplace and engaging businesses, equipping businesses, giving them a space to just collaborate and engage with one another. It just really energizes us in our modern space, and we just love it. We love it so much. So
that's awesome. It's been awesome being here and just interacting with the other entrepreneurs and business owners, and it is really a great collaborative space. So really encourage anybody that's looking for something like that to check out Supply.
Email me at hello@Supply Mannheim if you want to come on out.
Yeah, that's perfect. So today we're jumping in. We're in a generosity series. We're talking with Maddie about how she got involved with Men of Iron and kind of how that all came about. I think the first question is, how did you become aware of Men of Iron?
Yeah, I think that this is kind of a cool story. I mean, I don't know. My dad is pretty heavily involved, Justin Barbush with Men of Iron, but to start there, I actually am the founder's niece. Heather and Brian are my aunt and uncle. So I have seen Men of Iron. I feel like I've known Men of Iron pretty much as long as I've been around. Like, I can't really remember a time when I haven't thought of Men of Iron, because my uncle was involved, Garrett, and my Uncle Brian founded it. And I was there when it started at Victory to where it is now. And I've seen it go through all the different changes. And I've kind of seen it from the very beginning and have seen where it's at. And I love it so much. And I think what you guys do is so important. And
Is there any like impact story that kind of sticks out?
I mean, I just think of the way my dad leads our family. I wouldn't say he has like a crazy impact story, but I've seen the way that his mentorship has helped other men, and in turns that helps the women and the children. And I value my dad so much, both my parents, and I think Men of Iron teaches something so awesome. And because my dad is the way he is, it has affected the way that my sister and I look at relationships and the way that my mom and dad handle relationships. And I just think the way that I was raised, I have a lot to thank my parents for. And also in turn, what Men of Iron teaches is the way that my dad lives our family's lives. So I think that that's huge.
Yeah. I mean, you've seen it play out when a guy knows God, knows his purpose, and gets in that one-on-one mentorship, his life, his culture changes, his marriage changes, his family. And that's what you've experienced is like that family change, and then business change. And man, that's what we know is true. And we know that's the impact. So that's really exciting to see it from the family side. Typically we see it from the man side, from the wife side, but to get a chance to see it, hear your talk about from the family side is really cool. Cause we do know that when a man gets it right, it affects his family, and so that's awesome to see that how Men of Iron has been kind of that vehicle to help your mom and your dad. And, that's awesome. Yeah. So we do want to talk about generosity. I will say, I don't know if I should say this on the podcast. You're kind of a unicorn when it comes to giving. 23 female, and you give to Men of Iron. Just walk us through like how, that's not typical. So just walk us through that. Like, how does that happen?
Yeah, I think when I got my big girl job, as I like to call it, I was kind of trying to figure out like where I want to tithe, what I want to give my money to. And I was like, it's kind of a no-brainer for me to give to Men of Iron. Like I said, when the head of your household is doing what you guys teach, it helps me, it helps my family, it helps my mom, it helps my sister, it helps my brother. My brother sees what a man is supposed to be because my dad. And I also think all of the men in my life have some type of Men of Iron connect, and all the very important men. And I have never felt more loved, valued, seen, and heard. And same goes for my aunts, my mom, my grandma, my sister. We've never felt more seen, loved, valued, and heard, and picked up, but also held accountable. And it just was kind of a no-brainer for me to give to Men of Iron, because what you guys do is important, and you're helping so many people. You're not just changing a man one culture at a time, you're changing families. Yeah. And I think that that's sometimes that can it doesn't get overlooked, but it's like a ripple effect. Yeah. So when you guys are impacting these men, the wives are going to be better. Yep. The children are going to be better. Their relationships with their parents are going to be better. You guys are helping so many more people than just the man. Yeah. So, and I think too, a big thing is so often it's like we're pinned against each other, and God actually intended for us to go forward together. Yeah. And I think it's not like me versus him. It's actually God created women because Adam was alone. So we're actually meant to go forward together, and we're not meant to go in opposite directions. Yeah. So I think that that's a big thing too. Yeah,
that's awesome. I actually was just looking at that and did a talk recently on that connection between man and woman. It's like this warrior helper and this conquering hero, and like together they do the work of the Lord. And I think, man, that's awesome when you get guys to understand their role. And when, like I said, when a man knows God and knows his purpose, like what he's here for, man, good things happen, and you see a culture change around him. So that's awesome. So specifically, like we're in a generosity series, and you talked about like deciding you're gonna give, you're gonna be generous, you're gonna tithe. What did that decision process look like? You're looking at organization. Obviously, this one you're very tied into. You've seen that impact. How do you even start giving? Like, did you just do it? Did somebody approach you? What does that look like?
Well, I like to say I like to be a part of the Men of Iron team without being a part of the Men of Iron team. So I think I was with Linda one day, and I was just like, hey, I want to give. So she kind of just helped me out. And I kind of it was very easy, very simple. And I just decided to do the giving, and we kind of just went from there, and it pools each month. It's so simple, so easy. But it was not like it was a hard thing to do, and it was, like I said, it wasn't a hard decision. So it felt very rewarding after doing it, because I know I'm giving to something that's value adding. I'm not giving to something that's taking value away, like a new lip gloss or something. It's something that's value adding. Yeah,
that's awesome. So talk a little bit about, you give monthly. How's that been, and why do you give monthly? And
I think it just makes me kind of feel like I'm more part of the organization, and it's adding value, and it's reoccurring, and it just I feel like it makes me feel more so a part of what you guys are doing instead of just giving once.
Yeah, that makes sense. And we definitely feel that. Those investors that come along and partner with us monthly, we're doing the mission together. Like we're going back to back. We're just got different seats on the bus. And I think, man, we really appreciate, because you're thinking about us, like you notice when it comes out every month. And so that is just vital for us. Like you said, like we have monthly expenses and we have partners that meet those expenses. So man, that's awesome.
I think it's also worth saying, like, I think I also see it different. Like I get to work with you guys all the time. So I know the people behind driving the mission. And I think that's really rewarding too in itself, is I know you guys all on a deeper level, just because we do work. I mean, we don't work together, but we do work together at Supply. And I just think that that's a big part of it too, is I know the people behind everything that you're doing. And it just really makes it feel a whole lot more rewarding, because the people driving the mission are so amazing. And I think that's worth saying as well.
Yeah. I think what you're doing is unusual because you're young, you have lots of dreams and things you want to accomplish and things you want to, things you want to buy. I think it's hard for somebody in your age to start being generous. Walk us through, like, how did you have all these things like, man, in the future I want, but yet I've chosen to be generous right now, even though I'm not where I want to be financially. Can you walk us through that?
Yeah, I feel like that just also goes back again to my parents and kind of how they have raised me and my siblings. They've always taught us to do things with excellence and to be good while doing it. And I feel like that's a huge thing, is I give a lot of the credit for the way I am to my parents and how they raised me. And yeah, I guess it is a little not usual for people my age to be giving, but I feel like right now it's the time that we should be giving in our generation, at least for me. Like, I don't have kids, I'm not married. Like, right now should be the time that I want to give. And I'm giving back to an amazing mission. And yeah, I definitely do feel like it's from my parents and just how they taught us how to be in school, in work, in athletics. So I accredit a lot of that to them. But like I said, I feel like it's something that we should be doing because we have the resources to be doing it.
Yeah,
so
that's awesome. I think you just see like full circle where the ministry of Men of Iron, where these guys are leading their families well, and those principles are being passed down. It's just awesome to see that, and kind of like the next generation stepping into it and supporting and just really driving the mission forward is just awesome to see. What is your, as you support, what's your dream for Men of Iron?
Yeah, I think I've just known the heart of it for a really long time. Like I said in the beginning, I've been around it since it started, and I know Brian and Heather's heart is to just have it be worldwide and impact so many men and so many women and so many children. And I would love to just see it everywhere and just be something that is literally like your mission, changing culture one man at a time, and not just culture here, culture anywhere. And I think that would be my dream, is to just see it explode into something awesome.
Last thing, as a monthly partner, there's people watching this that are not monthly partners. What would you say if somebody's on the fence, like, hey, I love what Men of Iron does. Maybe I haven't seen it, but I love the mission. What would you say to encourage them to start giving?
I would say that if you give to Men of Iron, you will hear testimonies of people who are changed, and you will hear testimonies of people who are better than when they started. And you will just feel like you are giving to something that is life-changing and culture-changing. And you will feel so much lighter, and you will feel so much closer to the Lord. And it's very rewarding. You'll feel
that's
rewarded.
Awesome. We're talking about impact, and we just talked about on our last podcast about how the blessings to the giver, and so, man, I love that you just reinforced that. So, hey, Maddie, thanks for your time.
Thank you for having me. Men
great.
of Iron is awesome.
Thanks for listening to the Men of Iron podcast. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share. At Men of Iron, we exist to change a culture one man at a time, and we'd love to have you partner with us. So go to menofiron.org to see how you can get involved, or donate at menofiron.org/donate.